Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. And after a week off, we are back, points and big money racing with XCAL tonight, coming to you from the new HOTLANTA Motor Speedway. This is the new configuration, so even faster, even tighter, and of course, when the street stocks come here, it is restrictor plate racing. So there you see it. That's what it's going to be like all night long. Everybody nose to tail, inches apart, 3 and 4 wide. And I did hear during some of the heat races, there were attempts at 5 wide. Things are going to get dicey tonight at HOTLANTA. Good evening to Jared Heasley back in the car tonight. Also appears the Gilliots are all back in the field tonight as well. The whole team back after missing the previous points race a couple weeks ago. Plus, we got a new driver in the field tonight and a lot of exciting stories to come. A lot of great... Jared Heasley back in the car expecting chaos tonight. Jared, take advantage. Let's see that 40 in victory lane for the first time. But let's see if we can get this party started right here tonight and talk to a few of the drivers. Starting with the driver of the number 63, Joe Campbell. Let's see what Joe's up to. Hey, Joe, it's Doug. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do. How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you feeling tonight here at HOTLANTA?
Feeling like Fastlane needs to eat the wall just like they did to me last night in the heats.
I did hear there was a little bit of chaos and controversy last night, and you're obviously expecting some of it to carry over.
Oh, it's carrying over, no doubt. Brent and Jeff can both eat the wall. They're gonna. They need to stay away from me. I'm done playing. They took the win away from me after I led the first 37 laps last night. Blew them away in qualifying. Now it's time for me to start wrecking people.
Well, speaking of wrecking, I mean, we can't come to a restrictor plate track like this without talking about that awesome win at Charlotte at the start of last season. Obviously, that was a bit crazy, those final laps, but you managed to drive through all the wrecks. Can you do it again tonight and get to victory lane?
I really, honestly, yeah, I thought I had a chance at the win tonight up until this point. Now, tempers are to where they are, and I'm pretty sure I won't finish in the top 10 tonight.
Well, buddy, I hope you do, but completely understand, and good luck tonight. It sounds like things are about to get really heated and exciting out there.
Yes, sir. I just got to be careful. All the other drivers and teams on the track don't need to be caught up, so I got to use my head.
Well, good luck, buddy.
Thanks, bud. Have a good night.
Jeff Edgar won the Dash Series here last night in the trucks. Let's see if we can get a word with him. Hey, Jeff, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug, how you doing? Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Hey, man, heard you got a Dash win last night. Can you sweep at Atlanta?
Well, if I could stay away from Joe Campbell, maybe we got a chance, He's throwing around a lot of accusations and a lot of threats out there, but he's a poodle.
Well, man, you got to victory lane last night. I have heard the fuel mileage is going to be a little bit close here tonight. Does that change your strategy, or is it just full send avoid Joe all night?
Probably full send avoid Joe all night. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I don't see where you could really save a whole lot here and stay with the lead.
Well, man, it's awesome to hear you back in victory lane in the Dash Series, and hopefully, I do believe if you won tonight, it would be the first sweep of the season between the Dash and the Street Stock. So good luck tonight, buddy.
Wow, I didn't think of it that way. I might have to try extra hard.
Get it done, man. It's been a while since we've seen you there. I want to talk to you in victory lane tonight, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Jeff Edgar coming out, and now we're going to talk to another driver. The driver of the 44, Brent Meckes, has been on a hot streak. Let's see how he's feeling about tonight. Hey, Brent, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug. Yeah, I got you.
Hey, your season has been quite good. You've been moving up quite a lot. Man, it has been quite a turnaround. Are you going to be able to continue that? And when do we finally see you in victory lane?
Well, Doug, had a little incident with Joe in Dash Race, and it's not the first incident I've gotten into with Joe. But that big baby can't drive a car straight to save his life, and wants to blame everybody else when he gets wrecked out. So he promises to wreck me, and I don't know how his interview went, but so depending on how he wants to be today, we'll see what happens. But hopefully he'll just be in my rearview mirror most of the race.
Well, man, I gotta say your run lately has been spectacular. Hopefully you can keep that up, stay out of trouble, and hopefully we finally see you in victory lane tonight.
That'd be great. It's a plate track, so it's kind of the ultimate equalizer. So let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting race, though, I think. I think it's going to be a good one for the crowd.
It definitely is, man. Good luck tonight and a great season so far, buddy.
Hey, thanks. I just want to give a shout out to you and XCAL and the web shop for all the great merch they have out there. And you guys, you fans out there, you guys enjoy the race. Should be an exciting one tonight.
All right, buddy.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Brent Meckes getting ready to roll out, and finally the Mad Bear, 3 wins in a row, looking to to tie an XCAL record tonight. Mad Bear, it's Doug. You got me, buddy?
Yeah, brother, I got you.
Hey, 3 in a row, and I heard rumor you're tying that 4 in a row record tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a plate race. Realistically, anything can happen, but I feel like my chances are good as long as I have a car there at the end. So
it is going to be a little bit chaotic, but man, it would be something else to see 2 seasons in a row, 4 consecutive wins from any driver would be impressive. If you get the win tonight, going into next week at Lanier, how do you feel your chances are?
The chances get a whole lot more bleak next week when we go to Lanier. I'm not the greatest short track driver. I did get a win at North Wilkes for a couple weeks ago, but I'm definitely not the quickest on short tracks in this league. Crafter and Noah are very good. Octavio's very good as well. So, I mean, realistically, I'm going to have to get lucky next week to break the record, but we got to get to the record first before we can worry about breaking it.
Well, man, good luck tonight. You're looking awfully fast out there, buddy.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
The Mad Bear looking to tie the record here tonight. And huge shout out to the fans already here. JR, good evening, buddy. How are you? Jared Heasley getting ready, fighting words in the interviews. Good evening to Richie Richie West. There's so many Richies, I get them confused occasionally. Good evening to Richie West. How are you, buddy? I know who you're cheering for tonight. If you got a favorite driver in the field, don't forget to drop in the comments. Let us know who you are cheering for here tonight. And one of the top F1 esports drivers is here tonight. Cristiano Roca out of Portugal will be driving the 96 car. Another Flaming Karma car here tonight that could be in victory lane. Flying Ryan Seams and Nick Seams out at the top of the leaderboard at the end of practice. Good evening, Kevin Gerard. How are you, bud? And I see another guy who just hopped in. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be talking about him in a moment. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth. It's time to go racing. Noah Carpenter and the Mad Bear on the front row. Sean Andrews and Adam Gilliott have the second row. Flying Ryan Seams, Jeff Edgar have the third row. Lataro Lamperti and Derek Colson on the fourth row. Jose Godino and Alex Crapser round out your top 10. Brent Mecca starts in 11th. Albie Hewins in 12th. Cristiano Roca, one of the top F1 esports drivers, starts in 13th. Gerald Denospool in 14th. Jared Heasley back in the Flaming Karma 40 car, starts in 15th. Jeremy Gilliott starting in 16th. Nick Seams, the college kid, starts 17th. Joe Campbell starting in 18th. John Friley in 19th. And Scott Gilliott rounding out the field here in Atlanta. iRacing Pace Truck pulls off, getting ready to go. 250 laps. The drivers have said anywhere from 70 to 90 laps on fuel. Some of these drivers talking about this being a two-stop race. That could definitely throw things for a loop here tonight. There is rumor of a new driver being in the Flaming Karma 40 next week when we go to Lanier. We're going to talk about that here in a few moments, but we're coming through 3 and 4. It is a restrictor plate race for these street stocks. Everybody on the same setup, everybody inches apart. Things could get wild quickly here tonight as the pace car drops in. Down toward the flag stand, Aaron Hillebush in the stand. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away at the new Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is the first time XCAL has been to the new Atlanta. Everybody coming up to speed. It will take a lap or two to get these cars to full chat. Make sure you take a moment, hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button. We appreciate all of it. Make sure you're following on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram as well. A lot of exciting stuff we're going to be talking about throughout the night. But right now, it is still too wide, side by side. No big changes yet. Joe Campbell on the move. He's already up 3 spots. Scott Gilliott also making his way up on the high side. Oh, we've got a big one in turn 3. Caution out. Caution is out. Lap number 2. A lot of cars caught up. Anarchy early. Several cars already towing to pit road. And let's see if we can see what in the world just happened here. Down into turn 3 and 4. Colson right there on the bumper of the 7 just gets turned around. Colson gets hit. And everybody piles in behind Albie Ewan and Scott Gilliott. Wow. Cristiano Roca caught up in that as well. Take a look at this one from a different angle. And they just go side by side. A big pile up in turn 3. A lot of cars heavily damaged. Brent Mekas had to tow it to pit road. A lot of drivers in. Remember, in XCAL, you do not have fast repairs, so we could see a lot of drivers on pit road for a while. Pace car leads him around. Alex Crapser, Albie Hewins, Cristiano Roca, Nick Seams, Scott Gilliott, Jeremy Gilliott, John Friley, and Brent Mekas all on pit road. Scott Gilliott on his way out. Looks like Derek Cole. Some of the leaders now coming in. Derek Colson and Jeff Edgar in. Big winners in this, though. Joe Campbell avoids it all. Gerald Poole, Joe up to 5th. Gerald Poole avoids it, comes up to 6th. Jared Heasley in that 40 car, now up to 7th. While we're under caution, you guys have enough time to run to the snack bar, get some food and drink while you're standing in line. Make sure you hit that share button. Invite your friends and family to come watch this. Obviously off to a wild start. Joe Campbell, the biggest winner, but Gerald Poole and Jared Heasley of Flaming Karma Racing both gained a lot of spots in that one. I guess we should talk about that 40 car because rumor has it there may be a new driver in that car next week. Looks like the lights are out on the pace truck. They are. We are going green. Pace truck hits pit road. Here they come. Green flag back in the air. And again, it's going to take them a lap or so to get these cars back up to full speed. But if the drivers get a good restart and have some momentum, they may be able to pick up several spots here. Outside line breaking up a little bit. The Mad Bear, looking for his 4th consecutive win here tonight, has made his way to 8th. Jose Godino now up in 9th. Cristiano Roca, after being caught up in that incident, is currently running in 10th. Noah Carpenter has the lead. Big push there by Flying Ryan. And where is the Seams fan club tonight? You'd think they'd be busting at the seams, though, with Flying Ryan up to 2nd. Joe Campbell continuing his charge up to 3rd. Jared Heasley in that 40 car, now up into 4th. We mentioned the possibility next week at Lanier of a new driver in that car. You saw him last night at Chicagoland. Wild Bill Percy is rumored to be hopping in that car next week. Looking forward to seeing that one. And if Wild Bill does take the ride next week, we'll have Heasley back in the booth. And there is a possibility, ladies and gentlemen, before the season is out. You've seen her racing, you've seen her trucking, you're going to see her flying very, very soon. But How many would love to hear Angie in the booth with me? Yeet indeed, Kevin. Noah Carpenter out front, Flying Ryan really pushing him around the track. Those teammates out front with Joe Campbell right behind. J&S, as always, on fire on the plate tracks. Gerald Poole is back on pit road. Thanos always a contender in these plate races, but a rough start. He was caught up in that incident. Lataro now in 5th, the Mad Bear in 6th, Sean Andrews to 7th, Jose Godino in 8th, Adam Gilliott back up in the 9th, Cristiano in 10th. Remember, Cristiano is one of the top esports F1 drivers from Portugal, one of the best in the world. He probably is thinking this is easy. He doesn't have to make any right turns tonight. The college kid now up into 10th as Nick Seams starting to make some moves up top. Albie Hewins was caught up in that incident. You can see some damage on the hood of that car, but never count Albie out. Last night, Chicagoland had a great run. Moving up the points in every series he is running in this season. Albie comes in tonight 13th in points in that Joe Campbell owned 55 car. Noah Carpenter still out front, that lead pack, single file. First through about 8th place, Jose Godino nose to tail. Adam Gilliott back in 9th, the college kid in 10th, trying to lead that second pack back up. Adam Gilliott about 1.2 seconds behind the lead pack. Nick Seams and crew another 7.8 seconds back. Getting word, well, number one is the Flying Ryan, the Seams fan club, all here tonight cheering on Flying Ryan and the college kid. The college kid just getting back from a 25-hour road trip, running on minimal sleep, still just gonna send it. As of right now, Sean Andrews has the fastest lap of the race. We'll see if that holds. That's worth 5 bonus points for having the fastest lap. Richie West cheering on Jared Heasley in that 40 car. I have to wonder how long before we see Richie West in that car. Gerald Thanos Poole is rolling off pit road, back out on track. Brent Beck is still on pit road, but not out of the race yet. Several cars caught up in that early incident. Noah Carpenter and crew are actually starting to reel in. I believe that is Derek Colson just ahead. Derek several laps down at the moment. Now, since I know he's in the chat, I have to ask the question. We know that there is a high probability of Wild Bill Percy being in that 40 car next week. When will we see Richie West hopping in that 40 car? Jason, I have yet to get to race on this track. It may show up for a Friday Fun Night very soon. But I have absolutely fallen in love with it, broadcasting at this track. It is amazing. Every race I've broadcast here has been non-stop excitement. Adam Gilliott losing a little ground to the leader, now lead pack rather, now 4.2 seconds behind. Nick Seams and crew finally getting lined up, but still about 8.6 seconds back from Gilliott. Jason, I have to admit a bit of jealousy, bud. That'll be a fun race to be at. Richie, I hope we see you very, very soon in the 40 again. I have not seen Danny Sargent yet tonight, but her drivers 1 and 2 at the moment. She's got to be happy. Oh, I did just see Danny. Thanks for the like. Same with Jorge. And thanks for the like to Robert. The drafting effect is amazing, especially with these cars here. They are big and kind of bulky, but man, they get around the track really well here. Be interesting to see, knowing that drivers have been practicing fuel mileage run and practicing pit road entries, trying to get everything they can out of this one. The strategy tonight is definitely going to be exciting, to say the least, especially trips to pit road tonight. Adam Gilliott now getting hooked up with Derek Colson. Colson not on the lead lap, but Adam Gilliott will now have some drafting help. Meanwhile, Nick Seams getting some help from Albie. Back behind and a lap car ahead. Danny, I'm glad you're here, and we certainly hope you get to feeling better very, very soon. Tammy Seams out here cheering on Flying Ryan. Flying Ryan likely in the best position on track right now. He's drafting off Noah Carpenter to save fuel, but in second place, pretty safe. With Joe Campbell right behind him, unlikely that he's going to get a bump and run here. Nick Seams still leading that second pack, and you can see Nick has been working the bumper of Alex Crapser pretty good as they try and reel in the cars ahead. This pack getting split off early from the lead pack on that restart. Nick currently running in 10th. Alex Crapser back in 17th, just trying to help his teammate out. for the like, Sean. How are you tonight, buddy? Speaking of Sean Andrews still just set the fastest lap again. Andrews currently running in 7th, might have the best position on track to set a fast lap. He can drop off behind Matt Baird just a little bit for a lap, then build the momentum for the next lap, run up and secure that 5 bonus points. Joe Campbell just set the fastest lap though, and we know Joe knows how to get it done on these plate tracks. Joe with that win at Charlotte to start the last season. In probably one of the most epic finishes we've ever seen in XCAL racing. You can still find the clip and the full video of that race on our YouTube channel. Lap times continue to drop as Jose Godino just set the fastest lap. Jose just set the fastest lap by about 8/100ths of a second, but then Jared Heasley just beat it. These guys are running 36.5-second laps. You gotta wonder, can they get it down under 36 seconds before the night is out? There you see the current track temperature is 119 degrees. A little bit warmer than where Kevin Gerard is, but not by much. Air temperature though, 86 degrees. 59% humidity, but very, very little wind. Boy, with that temperature and that humidity, it's got to feel like driving through a sauna. Top 8 still nose to tail. Adam Gilliott back in 9th, trying to reel him in. Now 12 seconds behind. He's got some help though. Adam Gilliott with Jeremy Gilliott giving him a push around the track at the moment. Scott Gilliott back in the car. We have kind of noted all season long Scott's continued improvement despite being caught up in that incident early in the race. He is leading this pack currently in 13th place, trying to reel in Cristiano Roca. Cristiano in the 96 Flaming Karma car, his XCAL debut tonight. Starting to see a few cars have some problems with handling. Some due to damage. John Frowley there at the back of that pack. You see that car's a little torn up from that early incident, and it is still getting out of shape, just a little bit off of turn 2. Flying Ryan going to the high side. Is he taking the lead here? This looks like a strategy move. J&S teammates, they switch places. Flying Ryan to the lead so he can pick up some bonus points. Flying Ryan leads lap 35. He is going to pick up 5 bonus points. Flying Ryan comes in tonight third in points. Just over 100 points behind Alex Krapser. The Mad Bear, after 3 consecutive wins in the last 3 races, though, now has a 310-point lead. This is race 22 of the 34 race season. Next week we'll be at Lanier, then at USA. The USA, the site of one of the most crazy finishes we've ever seen, with 2 cars crossing the line side by side. The outside car with its right side wheel tires driving on the wall. Definitely used every bit of the track there. Noah Carpenter now tucked in behind Flying Ryan, trying to save some of the fuel. Looks like Noah pulled for the first half of the run. Now Flying Ryan is going to pull the second half of the fuel run here. Teammates working together to save as much fuel as possible while maintaining the lead. Jared Heasley, the highest running member of Flaming Karma, right now in 4th. Lataro in 5th. The Mad Bear taking over Austin Edwards' ride, the 18, up to 6th now. Sean Andrews currently in 7th, Jose Godino in 8th, Adam Gilliott still in 9th. Surprisingly, Nick Seems, with help from his teammate Alex Krapser, they have not gained any ground on Gilliott. They're going to have to hope to find a way to make up some on pit road. However, they are gaining on the pack ahead. Derek Colson at the back end of that 4-car pack. Most of those cars are 1 or more laps down, including Gerald Thanos Poole in 19th. The 7 of Jeff Edgar, second in line, currently in 14th. The 21 of Scott Gilliott right in the lead of this pack. Scott currently running in 13th, one of his best runs of the season. While they sit nose to tail all the way around the track, we're going to take our first commercial break of the evening, but don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to go side by side. You won't miss a thing as the leaders close in on a pack of lap cars. Stay with us. And we are back, still under green flag, 45 laps in. Only one caution so far on lap 2, which collected a lot of very fast cars. A lot of drivers have a lot of ground to make up here tonight. Flying Ryan currently running in second place, but Ryan seems leading with Noah Carpenter now in second place. Don't forget to come back next Tuesday night as we go short track racing again at Lanier. That is going to be a fun one. New drivers in the field. Close racing. It is always an epic battle at Lanier. And will anybody hit the wall going into turn 1? We've seen it at every single Lanier race. Everybody trying to get an advantage, get as low as possible, just clipping that barrel at pit road exit. Ryan Seams still in the lead. Noah Carpenter in second. Joe Campbell now up to third. Jared Heasley in fourth. Lataro Lamperti in fifth. The Mad Bear in sixth. Sean Andrews in seventh. Jose Godino in eighth. Adam Gilliott ninth. Nick Seams, the college kid, in 10th, driving on very little sleep. But he's a college kid, so does he really need sleep? He's young. Cristiano Roca, his draft pack has left him as Brent Mekas and Jeremy Gilliott both on pit road. Albie Hewins in 12th as John Friley in 15th, just ahead. "50 laps in, we have heard a variety of how long these guys can run on a tank. Anywhere from 70 to 90 laps on a tank of fuel tonight. I did hear a couple of drivers saying that they think they can go the distance on 2 stops tonight, which begs the question, what kind of strategies do these teams have worked out, and at what point do they have to start really fighting it out here? Tire wear not falling off very much. Ryan Seams fastest lap of 36.7. Last time by 37.01. So tire strategy, making an extra stop for fresh tires, is not going to make a significant difference tonight. In fact, it could cost you if you do not hit the draft, or if you do not hit pit road with a drafting partner. There was a lot of pre-race smack talk going on as well between Joe Campbell, Jeff Edgar, and Brent Mekas. Joe Campbell currently running in third. Jeff Edgar caught up in that early incident, as was Brent Mekas. Mekas is finally back out on track, though. Jeremy Gilliott is coming to pit road. Down the left side tires going on. Good evening, Mark Dantuma. Hey, congratulations, just seeing the college kid, Nick Seaves, just getting word. The college kid has made the Dean's List for the 3rd consecutive season. That kid is fast on and off track. Keep up the good work to Nick, the college kid, Seaves. I imagine him and his dad both are about to, as soon as this race is over, both of them probably going to crash. Mark Dantuma out here cheering on Jared, Ricky, Bobby, Heasley, and Gerald Danos Poole. Gerald caught up in that early incident. Unfortunately losing a lot of laps, a lot of time, and a lot of ground to make up here tonight. And if this thing continues to stay green like we're seeing, well, he may not have an opportunity. Flying Ryan and the lead pack have caught up to a pack of lap cars. Any of these drivers still on the lead lap or only one lap down can defend and try and keep their position. Nick Seames leading this pack currently, or second in line in this pack, currently in 9th, the last car on the lead lap. Is Flying Ryan going to take advantage? Meanwhile, they're 3 wide, back behind, they settle back in. As you see, a lot of these cars lacking a lot of grip. They are moving all over the place. Take a look from the nose of Sean Andrews' car as they go through 1 and 2. These cars do not have tires as wide as what you'd see on a NASCAR Cup car. But they have a lot more weight to them. Holy cow, it's getting close. They are not planning it with all the aero damage. Some of these cars really struggling to hold their line. Plus, remember, the only part of this track that is still as wide as it originally was is the front stretch, which is actually wider since the reconfiguration. But out of turn, or into turn 1, all the way to the exit of turn 4 is actually several feet skinnier. Just for clarification, when I talk about the new configuration versus the old, I did not mean the original. I mean the one they've had since 95, the same shape as this track with the dogleg front stretch, not like the original HOTLANTA, which was 2 long straightaways with the banking. Sean Andrews starting to see some blinking. Jason Seames is ready to go to sleep. But out here cheering on the college kid and Flying Ryan. I have to wonder, Jason, with that 25-hour road trip, the college kid, did he do any driving, and did he utilize any of that driving as practice for tonight? Jared Heasley way up high, trying to clear the lap traffic. The top three cleared easily. Jared finally clearing. Alex Krapser was still trying to hold on, maybe to get one of his laps back if the caution comes out. The top four in a little bit of a breakaway for the moment as the Mad Bear tries to get by Alex Krapser. Matt now up into 5th place, but losing ground to that lead pack just a little bit, half a second behind. Seeing a lot of cars that have come to pit road so far, but have been coming in alone. No drafting help. Jeremy Gillett still on pit road, and Adam Gillett is out of the race. The 25 is out of the race already. And I did get word from Jason Seams that the college kid Nick Seams did get a little practice on that road trip today. Lataro currently in 6th, Jose Godino in 7th. These two up in the fight. Not a big surprise out of either of these drivers. Sean Andrews there in the 04, currently running in 8th. The college kid right there with him in 9th. He would be back on the lead lap as the first car one lap down if a caution comes out here. Nick Seams, Albie Hewins, and Cristiano Roca would be the 3 cars to get waved around. Matt Bear has cleared lap traffic along with Lataro and Godino. Sean Andrews still there. The top 8 now back single file, nose to tail, as we begin to approach the first pit window. Albie Hewins still back here in 10th place. Has Roca right there with him in 11th. John Friley a couple laps down just ahead of him. Albie and Roca wisely letting him lead the laps right now. They're able to save a little fuel. As we mentioned, the window for fuel is somewhere between lap 70 and lap 90. We'll find out here shortly. Every lap of fuel these guys can save by sitting in the draft, though, is going to be a huge benefit, as we've seen that top 3 working together to conserve as much fuel as possible here tonight. The Mad Bear in 5th, looking for his 4th consecutive win here tonight. Last season, Zach Edwards, for the first time in XCAL history, did 4 consecutive wins. No one else has ever pulled that one off. Matt Bear looking to tie that record here tonight after winning the 3 previous races. Matt getting the win in Rockingham, then again the next week North Wilkesboro, and then in a completely different track, Nashville Super Speedway. Jeremy Gilliott is on his way back off pit road. Jeremy currently running in 19th. Adam Gilliott out of the race, so Jeremy will be able to pick up at least one spot. Britt Mecca still out there in 20th. He'll be able to pick up some spots. Jeremy Gilliott is coming back in. Joe Campbell up on the high side. He's got a run on his team. Jared Heasley tries to go with him. Heasley, no help. Joe Campbell to the lead for the first time. Joe likely working with his team to get a lap lead to get 5 bonus points here. Flying Ryan now back in second. Noah in third. Jared Heasley stuck up on the high side all alone after pushing Joe into the lead. Jared looking for a gap down on the bottom. Nobody helping him in. None of his teammates really up there. Lataro currently sitting in 7th, but it looks like Jared's going to slot in behind Jose Godino in 8th. But don't count Ricky Bobby out yet. Jeremy Gilliott has come back off pit road. Matt Bear sits in 4th. Sean Andrews in 5th. Lataro in 6th. Godino in 7th. Jared Heasley in 8th. Nick Seams in 9th now. Nick, the first car, 1 lap down, hoping for a quickie caution to get himself back on the lead lap and, more importantly, back with the lead pack. Newcomer Cristiano Roca, a rough start to his XCAL career, getting caught up in that incident on lap number 2. Scott Gilliott currently running in 12th. Jeff Edgar 13th. John Friley in 14th. A lot of these drivers in the lead draft did hit pit road to top off on fuel on lap 2. May be able to extend a little bit further. Matt Bear, Lataro, Jose Godino all pitted on lap 2. Outside the top 8, just about everybody hit pit road on lap 2. Five drivers have not been to pit road yet, opting to stay out, take advantage of track position, including our leader. In fact, the top 3, Joe Campbell, Flying Ryan, and Noah Carpenter, have not been to pit road yet. Sean Andrews and Jared Heasley also did not go to pit road. And remember, these guys all having to work with their teams right now, coordinating, getting ready to come to pit road. They're going to need drafting help. While they get ready and get their teams gathered up, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. You won't miss a thing. And we are back. Don't forget to come back next Tuesday night as XCAL goes from plate racing to short track racing. We are back at Lanier next Tuesday night. While you're waiting that little bit of time in between, you could go to the XCAL Racing web shop and get all your favorite driver gear, including the new Bustin' at the Seams hat. Also, Matt Bear has some Ghost of Dale merch out there as well, and a whole lot more. I'd expect with the way tonight's run's going, we're going to see a lot of J&S, new J&S gear in the very near future. Also, make sure you're following How to Suck at iRacing on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. Some very big charity race events coming very, very soon. A lot of excitement coming there. They're going to be huge. including a couple of events benefiting the MS Society, which you know is one I absolutely love. Huge shout out to the guys putting that one on. It means the world to me personally. Brent Mack is a lot of laps down. Up there on the high side, here we go, pit stops underway. Joe Campbell, Ryan Seams, Noah Carpenter, Sean Andrews, Jared Heasley on pit road. Those three drivers that pitted earlier, Matt Bear, Lataro, Godino, all stay out. Pit stops well and truly begin. Lap 87. Everybody who just stopped should be able to do this on 2 stops. Should see these three drivers in right around lap 90 to 91. We know Matt Bear and Jose Godino know how to stretch that fuel mileage. But at a plate track like this, you can only stretch it so far. And you definitely want to pit with other cars so you have drafting help on the way out. This is some of the longest stops of the season as Nick Seams comes by and takes 4th, Albie Ewens in 5th, Jeff Edgar in 6th. And good evening to Tessa, dropping in, giving us a like. Thank you, ma'am. Lap 90, all three of them stay out. Likely to see them in this time by. Long pit stops as Jared Heasley is on his way out ahead of Noah Carpenter, Flying Ryan, Joe Campbell, Sean Andrews. None of the top 3 come in. They are really stretching it tonight. Jeff Edgar and Albie Ewens now on pit road. Alex Crapser, Nick Seams are in. Matt Bear stays out. Lataro and Godino are in together. Matt Bear is alone. This is a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. Jared Easley currently all alone. He has an 8-second lead over Noah Carpenter, Flying Ryan, Joe Campbell, and Sean Andrews. right behind. These 4 cars will get back together. Matt Bear is in. If Heasley doesn't find some drafting help soon, they are going to come flying by. That 8-second lead will not last long once these 4 line up. Whoa, Cristiano Roca, a little trouble coming off 4. Remember, Roca is the top esports F1 driver out of Portugal. One of the best esports F1 drivers in the world. If not for the bad luck we saw early on in this race, him getting caught up in that lap 2 incident, well, he would likely be up there battling for the lead. Jared Easley had an 8.5-second lead a moment ago. It's now down to 7.5. Joe has got the JNS Army with him. They are coming quickly. Let's take a look from inside Heasley's car. He has a little drafting help just ahead, but he is going to have to get this group together quickly, pick the cars up quickly, and get them working together if he has any hope of maintaining a big lead, which right now is Jose Godino comes off pit road into second. 4.5 seconds ahead of Heasley. Godino now to the lead. Heasley in second, about 1.8 seconds back. Matt Bear comes off pit road in third, but Matt is going to get hooked up with the J&S train here. Danny is always cheering on J&S. J&S definitely knows how to get it done in these plate races. That team working together extremely well tonight. We've seen them coordinating, leading laps, saving fuel. Godino out front, some lap cars to draft with, but Heasley is closing in less than a second behind. Oh my goodness, Danny, I am so sorry. I hope you get to feeling better quickly, young lady. Heasley has caught up now to Jose Godino. They do have some help from the Gilliotts just ahead. And they are going to need it because Joe Campbell is leading that what is now a 6-car pack of mostly J&S cars, 3.7 seconds behind. Sean Andrews now running in 5th. Noah Carpenter in 6th. Lataro in 7th. The Mad Bear in 8th. Nick Seams still holding on a lap down, but in 9th place. And he is leading a pack of cars with Albie Ewens, Jeff Edgar in the mix. Cristiano Roca all alone. Jared Easley comes by Jose Godino. The Giants move up to the high side. Joe Campbell now just 2 seconds behind the leaders. And Kevin dropping in, making sure he puts his opinion in on this one. So we'll ask it as we've done since this car debuted. That 40 car leading the field, is it yellow or is it orange? Kevin Gerard saying it's mango. Jared said last night when we asked him about it in the BRR race, he said yellow, I say yellow. But in certain light, it definitely does have an orange hue to it. Jose Godino, Jared Easley, the top two. After pit stops, they were over 8 seconds ahead. Jared was. That gap is closed as J&S has gathered up a group of cars and going full send right toward them. Now less than a second ahead. The rookie Cristiano Roca about to be lapped as Heasley closes in. Roca actually less than a second off pace despite having no drafting help. Over the course of a couple of pit stops, has got a lot of repairs done to that car. Roca going to stay low. Jared goes high into turn one. Roca, Jared Easley comes down. Roca now settles in the middle. Jose Godino right behind, and Joe leads his crew to the high side. Flying Ryan making a move up top with his fearless leader here. And we're about to see a battle for the lead. Not much of a battle. Joe gets a big push from Flying Ryan. Jared still trying to fight back on the bottom. But at the line, Joe Campbell is the leader. The top 8 all under a blanket right now. Some lap cars in the mix. Roca looks like he might still be having some handling problems, getting a little loose off the turns in the draft. Despite Roca not being on the lead lap, he is there helping his teammate, Jared Easley. Jose Godino also there helping his teammates. Flaming Karma Racing, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, but J&S, 1, 2, 3 on the high side. Joe finally clears Jared Heasley. Now Flying Ryan is going to come by. Sean Andrews coming by. Noah Carpenter about to clear off turn 4. And J&S takes the top 4 spots. And Joe Campbell back to the lead. Jared Easley now to 5th. Godino, Lataro, and the Mad Bear, 6th, 7th, and 8th. This lead pack with lap cars mixed in, about 10 cars deep. But if this second group back here doesn't get to single file pretty quickly, they are going to lose that lead draft. Scott Juliet currently in 13th, lurking just behind as well. John Friley in 14th. This group about 20 seconds behind that lead pack. Alex Crapser in 15th. Gerald Thanos Poole making up a little ground now, up to 16th. Derek Colson now in 17th. Jeremy Gilliott 18th. Brent Meckes has made his way up to 19th now. And Adam Gilliott out of the race in 20th. Let's take a look from the XCAL blimp. There you see that lead pack. 4 J&S cars. 1 Flaming Karma, and they have started pulling a gap on that smaller group back behind. More racing to come this week. Tomorrow night is a big night for the Nowski Nation. It is the All-Star event. A lot of exciting racing to come tomorrow night. You're not going to want to miss that. 8:30 No, sorry, 9 Eastern, tomorrow night, the XCAL All-Star event. Thursday night, of course, usually a night off, but there is that chance that we finally get to see maybe a convoy. Who knows? Make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. Of course, make sure you're joining the Friday Night Fun series. Hop in the HTSAI Discord. Join us, League number 6647, for some Friday night fun races. And of course, Sunday morning GT3 NSS is back. Sunday night BRR season continues. And Monday night, Angie will be back in the car for the Jones BS Racing Recruitment Series. Although I have to wonder, given the numbers, if Angie has not become more popular than me. Kevin, get to it, buddy. Lautaro, Matt Bear, and Jose Gadino finally getting lined up single file, starting to reel in that lead pack. They had some trouble getting by one of the lap cars. Nick Seams in ninth, pulling this second group. They're about Seems a couple of laps down, but they are closing in on that lead pack as long as they stay single file at the moment. Albie Ewan's in that group in 10th. Jeff Edgar there in 11th. Cristiano Roca not able to hold on to the lead pack due to the damage to that car. Still holding on to 12th. Scott Gilliott in 13th. The highest running Gilliott right now, Stimulus Racing. After missing the race a couple of weeks ago, a struggle here tonight except for Scott, who is closing in on Roca. Lautaro leading that second pack, 1.7 seconds back from the 5-car lead pack ahead. They were gaining a little bit of ground, and you know Heasley would love to see his teammates closing in to give him a hand, but right now they are losing ground. Kevin, looking forward to it, buddy. Don't forget, if you've missed any of this season's races prior to tonight, you can find them all on our YouTube channel. And just a huge shout out to everybody in the HTSAI community. We hit a big record this week, 2,000 followers on Facebook. As we continue to grow, have grown by leaps and bounds the last month or two. really thankful for all the leagues, all the fans, everybody out there. Good evening, Sean. How are you? Sean, will we see you in Victory Lane tomorrow night for the Nowski All-Star event? Kevin just confirmed the GT3 NSS race Sunday morning. There will not be any turtles attacking this week. If you go back and look at some of the reels from Sunday morning's races, you'll know what we're talking about. Oh, I forgot about that, Sean. Sorry, buddy. Well, hopefully you'll tune in and talk to me a little bit. Whoa! Flying Ryan gives a big push to the fearless leader, Joe Campbell, off of turn 4. Gets Joe a little squirrely. Joe never lifts, though. Keeps a steady hand on the wheel and saves it. Noah Carpenter's season continues to improve. Four wins so far this season, has won over $600. And only his second season in XCAL competition, Noah Carpenter has been tearing up the track. Sean, which one are you playing, buddy? Loves me some Final Fantasy, I gotta tell you. I can't believe it. I just saw a name I haven't seen in forever hopping in to watch. Bill Bussey, how the heck are you, bud? I might have to give that one a whirl. Not that I have a ton of free time to play, but for Final Fantasy, I might just make some. Just past the halfway point, folks. It's time for your full field rundown. Bill, man, it is so good to see you again. I'm glad everything is going well, but I need to see you back on track. I understand being busy, though. All right, here is your full field rundown tonight. Out front, Sean Andrews leading that J&S posse. Flying Ryan currently sitting in second place. Has shared most laps led tonight. That J&S team just dominating. Joe Campbell currently running in third place. Could we see another epic restrictor plate race win for Joe tonight? Noah Carpenter in fourth, tearing it up all season long. Now on track for another top 5 finish. Jared, Ricky, Bobby Heasley currently runs in fifth, the highest running Flaming Karma car at the moment. Excuse me. Lataro lingering just behind in 6th place, but back with the lead pack again. The Mad Bear currently in 7th place, looking for his 4th consecutive win to tie Zach Edwards in most ever XCAL consecutive wins here tonight. Jose Godino sitting in 8th, one of his better runs of the season. Keep an eye on him, always a top contender at the plate tracks. Nicholas Seams in 9th place, the college kid, currently the first car a lap down. Jeff Edgar having a great run once again, currently sitting in 10th. Albie Ewan's putting on another consistent run here in 11th, looking at another good points night tonight. Rookie Cristiano Roca in 12th place. Definitely going to be a contender in the near future. Would have been up battling in the top 5 if not for getting caught up in that lap 2 incident. Scott Gilliott, the highest running Stimulus racing car, currently in 13th place, having one of his best runs of the season. John Friley currently running in 14th, up 5 spots already tonight, in position to make up some more. Alex Crapser currently in 15th place, also having a consistent run, but not where we're used to seeing Crapser, usually a top contender at these plate races. Gerald Thanos Poole also getting caught up in that lap 2 incident. Spent a lot of time on pit road trying to get that car fixed, but several laps down. Derek Colson currently running in 17th, also one of the drivers caught up early, trying to fight his way back. Jeremy Gilliott way off the pace. Hold on to her, Jeremy. Jeremy currently running in 18th. Looks like that car may have handling issues. Brent Meckes holding on in 19th, took the most damage in that lap 2 incident, but as repaired, got back out on track, hoping to pick up some more spots here. Adam Gilliott in 20th, out of the race early after the early caution. Joe giving Flying Ryan a big push. Jared Heasley now looking underneath Andrews. Sean starting to blink a little bit here halfway through the race. Don't forget to go to xcalracing.com/shop. Check out the XCAL Racing web shop. All your favorite drivers, gear, merch, all there, including J&S Racing gear, Flying Ryan Nick Seams gear, and the Bustin' at the Seams hat. Also, Matt Bear, the Ghost of Dale t-shirts, and a lot more. Don't forget to check out Sim Racer Hub. You can find all your individual XCalRacing.com. You can find all your individual driver statistics, everything you could want to know, and more at xcalracing.com, powered by SimRacer Hub. And while you're at xcalracing.com, don't forget to sign up for the Dash Series on Monday night. A great way to get started in XCAL. Short races, fun and exciting. Flying Ryan back to the lead as the J&S Racing team continues to circulate through, trying to get all their drivers 5 bonus points here tonight by leading a lap. So far, Flying Ryan has led the most laps here tonight. Kevin, as hot as it is, buddy, I don't blame you. Lap 140, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Folks, don't go anywhere. We're going side by side. You will not miss a thing. All right, folks, we are back. Flying Ryan still up in the lead. That lead pack of 8 cars still all nose to tail. That entire lead pack of 8 cars, all the cars on the lead lap. Nick Seams leads another group. Nick currently in 9th, the first car 1 lap down. Don't forget to come back Tuesday night. Next Tuesday night, we are at Lanier. Going from a mile and a half to a short track. It's going to be a fun one. It could be the XCAL debut of Wild Bill Percy. Definitely always an exciting night of racing when XCAL goes to Lanier. Looking forward to that battle. J&S currently the top 4. Jared Heasley leading the Flaming Karma team in 5th. Matt Bear all alone, no teammates around, currently running in 7th. Joe Campbell still giving a big push to Flying Ryan. Could tonight be Ryan's night to get back to victory lane? The J&S Racing Aces team in the team points battle currently dominating over 400-point lead over the second place team of Droppin' Bombs Racing. Flaming Karma, though, has been climbing up the team points up to 3rd now and closing the gap on DBR. Fastlane Motorsports, J&S Racing, 4th and 5th, also not far behind. But the Racing Aces, man, they are just pulling away. Just realized Flying Ryan has not yet had a win this season. Could tonight be the night he finally gets back to victory lane? And I do not believe Joe Campbell has had a win yet this season, double checking the stats. No, Joe has not had a win yet this season either. Either one of these two drivers definitely long overdue for a win. Matt Bear sitting back in 7th, though. 4 wins this season. The last 3 in a row. The last 3 races looking to go 4 in a row and tie the XCAL record here tonight. He did say even if he ties the record here tonight, not sure if he can break the record next week at Lanier. The driver he is most concerned about next week going into Lanier sits in 4th. Right now, Noah Carpenter. Oh, ho, ho! It's getting a little squirrely up front. And these are teammates. Just under 100 laps to go. Drivers will have to make one more green flag stop here tonight. Everybody will be within the fuel window about lap 160. Just 5 or 6 laps away from everybody being within their fuel window. Now it'll come down to the team strategy when they decide to go in. Everybody stopped right around or after lap 85. The last person on pit road was Matt Bear, lap 93. Came down to pit road alone, no drafting help, still managed to make it work. Lap traffic coming back into play for Flying Ryan. Taking a look from just behind the window of Flying Ryan's car, you see a lot of lap traffic just ahead. That lead pack about to have a bit of trouble. With this close to pit windows, you have to wonder if they're going to start bringing them down a little bit early. Maybe to avoid having to fight with the lap traffic for the time being. Everybody full throttle all the way around the track. Jeremy Gilliott has... I think Jeremy Gilliott may have had a problem. Let's take a look. Jeremy trying to get it to pit road. He does get it woed up. Gilliott does have a short pit stop. He was back off pit road very quickly. Gilliott definitely did not have enough time to get all the fuel and tires he needed. The leaders have now caught up to the pack of lap cars, with Derek Colson just ahead, along with Scott Gilliott. Scott currently in 14th. Colson back in 17th. And the leaders look like they are going to take it to the high side. Gilliott and Colson hold it down low as the leaders come by up top. Sean Andrews got a little bit close to Colson through 1 and 2. Looks like Adino trying to make a move on the Mad Bear, trying to use Colson to pick up some momentum here. Can't get enough of a draft, slides back in 8th. Heasley now looking on the high side on Noah Carpenter. It gets mighty close in 1 and 2. Scott Gilliott struggling there. Scott gets a little bit loose. Lataro had to back out of it for a moment. Kevin, yep, this is the new configuration for Atlanta. Lataro, Bear, and Godino now got to close that gap back up as they come by Scott Gilliott. Meanwhile, that top 4 J&S racing crew, still lap traffic ahead, they're going to have to navigate. Flying Ryan now closing in this lap traffic right before pit stops. Has to be making the leaders a little nervous here. A look down from the XCAL blimp as that lead pack continues to come by lap traffic. A bigger pack of lap traffic just ahead. Could make things a bit exciting. All the drivers are within their pit window. Everybody can go the distance from here on fuel. Now the question is, do they try and stretch the fuel? Or do they pit early and try and take advantage of a little breathing room? And who is going to pit with them as we get closer to pit stops? I would normally say you need to pit with a drafting partner, but Matt Bear proved earlier tonight, not necessarily. Flying Ryan continuing to click away the laps. Gerald Thanos pulled just ahead. Gerald Curley in 16th looked to be a contender tonight, but got caught up in that lap 2 incident. Has been trying to recover, repairing that car little by little all night long. Thanos currently 6 laps down, and at this point, not a lot of hope of recovering. Jared Heasley comes to pit road. He is the first one in. They can go the distance from here. 80 laps to go, but Heasley comes in alone. With the leaders now back in heavy lap traffic, Heasley's move may be the smart one. Flying Ryan and the J&S crew, they are going to have to navigate all of this traffic. And a lot, if not all of the cars just ahead of Flying Ryan have some form. Here we go, J&S. They are coming in. Whoa, it gets really close. Sean Andrews, Noah Carpenter almost get together, but they all make it down safely. Lataro to the lead for the first time tonight. The Mad Bear now in second, Jose Godino in third. And Jared Heasley may have gotten a speeding penalty. All the J&S cars still on pit road. Nick Seams still out. Now being scored in 8th place. Jose Godino is coming in. Jared Heasley continuing to sit on pit road. He will have to serve that penalty. There you see the officials. And what a heartbreak for Heasley, a top 5 car, possibly a car that could have got the win tonight. Matt Bear is in. Matt Bear is in alone again. And Lataro staying out. Lataro able to stay out and stay with some of the lap cars. This might actually be one of the smartest moves on track right now. He can stay with those lap cars, conserve a little fuel, and still pull away. The rookie Cristiano Roca is in. Noah Carpenter on pit. Noah on his way out. J&S all on their way out. Flying Ryan, Sean Andrews, Joe Campbell. Jared Heasley is finally back out on track, but now back to 14th place. And what a heartbreak for a car that's been in the top 5 all night. Lataro stays out. The pack he was with is all on pit road. While they finish sorting out pit stops, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. We'll go side by side. You will not miss a thing. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are just about 75 laps from the finish of the XCAL race at the New Atlanta. Matt Bear currently in second place. Lataro rolling off pit road. Matt Bear may take the lead here. The final round of pit stops just about completed. Matt Bear closes the gap on Lataro. Matt looking to the high side. He is going to take the lead coming off turn 4. The Mad Bear will lead for the first time tonight. Lataro now in second. Jose Godino in third. 4.5 seconds back and gaining. He's got some drafting help from Albie Hewins and Cristiano Roca. Noah Carpenter in fourth leads that J&S crew. They are about 12.2 seconds behind the leader, but they are closing. Flying Ryan seems Joe Campbell and Sean Andrews there. Jared Easley in 8th after a speeding penalty. Still a great top 10 run for him, but man, what a heartbreak for a guy who looked like he could get it done here tonight. $70 laps to go. Let's get in a full field rundown and see where your favorite driver is. The Mad Bear out front for the first time. He's got help behind. A couple of cars to draft ahead. Can he pull away here and get his 4th consecutive win? Lataro right behind, giving him a big push in second place. Lataro having a great night tonight. A very consistent laps. Jose Godino currently running in third place, leading a couple of lap cars as they try and close in on the top 2. Noah Carpenter leads that pack of J&S cars. Currently sitting in 4th, just ran the fastest lap of the night. With Flying Ryan Seams right behind, giving him a big push. Flying Ryan currently in 5th, looking for another top 5 finish here tonight. Joe Campbell, one of his best runs of the season, and you know he knows how to get it done on these plate tracks, currently runs in 6th. Sean Andrews rounds out the J&S 4 at the front of the field, currently running in 7th. Sean led a bunch of laps here early. Jared Easley drafting with that pack, a lap down to him. Jared was in the top 5 all night long until a speeding penalty on his final stop has put him a lap down. Oh, Jared, hold! Oh, hold on to it, Thanos. That got a little close. Nick, the college kid, seems currently running in 9th. Nick caught up early, has fought back all night long. Looking at another top 10 finish. Jeff Edgar currently running in 10th, right behind the leaders, staying in their draft. Edgar having another great night his season on the uphill swing. Albie Hewins in 11th continues to improve week in and week out. Despite taking a lot of damage in that lap 2 run, he has continued to make his way forward. John Friley in 12th, also right behind those 2 leaders. staying in the draft, taking every advantage of every opportunity tonight. Cristiano Roca in 13th. The XCAL rookie came in here with a lot of potential, but problems getting caught up in that early incident. He will be one to watch out for in the coming weeks. Scott Gilliott, currently leading Stimulus Racing around, hit one of his best runs of the season. And the best running Stimulus Racing car tonight. Alex Crapser back in 15th. Also caught up in that early incident, but has not let it slow him down. He has helped his team whenever possible. Gerald Thanos Poole in 16th. Took one of the hardest licks in that early incident. Still keeps fighting back. Derek Colson currently in 17th. Just cruising around tonight. Trying to make up some points here at Atlanta. Brent Mekas, the hardest hit in that lap 2 incident, spent a lot of time on pit road, but has come back out, and with the retirement of Jeremy Gilliott and Adam Gilliott, has picked up a few extra spots, putting him in 18th. Jeremy Gilliott out of the race in 19th, Adam Gilliott out of the race in 20th. Matt Barrett Lataro out front. Jose Godino with the lap cars right there with him, giving him a push. Now almost 7 seconds behind. Noah Carpenter leading that J&S crew. They are now 9.3 seconds behind the leader with about 60 laps to go here. Noah Carpenter, Flying Ryan, Joe Campbell, Sean Andrews, all in that little pack. Jared Heasley still running in 8th place, still having a great run, looking at a top 10 finish, but oh, what could have been tonight. Great recovery by Nick Seams tonight. You got to give him a shout out. And you know, not only that, but having his teammate Alex Crapser right behind him all night. Crapser has helped push his team or pull him around whenever needed to help him save fuel. Crapser has been a huge asset to this J&S team tonight, despite struggles early. Yeet indeed, Kevin. Matt Barrett and Lataro first and second place have now pulled an 8-second gap on Godino, but now Godino being pushed by the lap cars. The J&S team about to swallow him up. Flying Ryan just set the fastest lap of the race. As we get later into this race and more rubber laid down on the track and the track temperature coming down. Oh, Derek Colson into the wall. Derek trying to get out of the way of that lead pack. Went a little too high. Track temperature has significantly dropped, now down to 98 degrees from where we started, about 119 degrees. these cars and the air temperature down 4 degrees to 85, these cars can go a lot faster and have a lot more grip. Matt Bear and Lataro have continued to pull away with when Jose was in third, but now Noah Carpenter up to third brings J&S with him. J&S definitely on the march back toward the front. They're 8.7 seconds behind the leader. Can they close the gap in the next 55 laps? Oh, we're about to have a problem here. Wow, what a save. Sean Andrews, Noah Carpenter, wow, they really had some problems. See if we can see what the heck happened here. Did Noah and Sean get together? See if we can get this from a different angle here. Noah up on the high side. Oh! Flying Ryan, just a little too much bump draft in the turn. Great save by Sean Andrews, Jose Godino, and Noah Carpenter. Rookie Cristiano Roca has crashed. Oh, bump draft. Oh, Albie, they were bump drafting down the front straightaway. Albie didn't get squared up, and Cristiano goes around. No caution. Cristiano managed to get it going before any traffic got to him, but that definitely benefited the top two. They got a little extra breathing room. Noah Carpenter now 9 1/4 seconds behind the leader. They definitely lost a little bit of ground in that fiasco. Holy cow! Scott Gilliam looked like he was having a hard time keeping the car down low. Almost gets into Carpenter and Seams. Carpenter and Seams clear lap traffic but lose some ground. Now 9 1/2 seconds back. The Mad Bear, meanwhile, pulling up behind the 96. Oh my gosh! Matt just got turned! Caution is out! lap 200. What in the world? Lautaro just moves up the track a little bit faster than Matt. Gets into him, turns him around. The 96 is caught. Jeff Edgar gets caught up in it as well. And Matt Bear's chance for a 4th consecutive win may have ended. This will put Jared Heasley and the college kid back to the lead lap. Lautaro on pit road. Matt Bear on pit road. Will anybody else stop? The 96 is going to have to. He's blowing up. Jared Easley in that 40 Flaming Karma car, not out of this one yet. Carpenter, Seams, Campbell, Andrews, Godino all stay out. Now Jared Heasley will get a lap back. Nick Seams and I believe Albie Ewens. Jared Heasley will get back on the lead lap. Nick Seams will be, I believe, 1 lap down. Albie Ewens will be back to 2 laps down. Let's see if we can take another look at this incident from the blimp. From the blimp cam down into turn 3, Matt moves up, Lautaro moves up. Lautaro had just enough momentum to get inside. Too late to react and save it. Jared Easley did get waved back around. He is back on the lead lap. Matt Bear back down pit road, has some repairs, trying to get as much fixed on that car as possible. Nick Seams now believe will be 1 lap down. Only the second caution of the night, but now the field will be packed back up. Lautaro is back on pit road. Matt Bear is back off. He will maintain the lead lap. Has Matt got enough damage repaired to stay in the fight for the win? We know Matt does not know how to give up. Looks like the crew did have enough time to bolt the nose back on there, but how is the engine on Matt Bear's car? Jared Heasley back to the lead lap, now scored in 6th. Several lap cars between him and the rest of the leaders. But if he can clear traffic and get up there, Heasley, who looked like he was out of this after that pit road speeding penalty, may be back in it. Hayes' truck is in. Green flag back in the air. J&S Racing top 4. Teams settling in to work together. Jared Heasley trying to come through the traffic back behind. Jose Godino trying to stay in the top 5 with the J&S crew. Noah Carpenter to the lead, Seams in second, Lataro on pit road. Joe Campbell in third, Sean Andrews in fourth. Jose Godino in fifth, Heasley to the high side in 6th place. Here comes Matt Bear up to 7th. Heasley trying to close in. Godino almost 2 seconds ahead now. That top 5 getting a breakaway due to the lap traffic. Noah Carpenter leads the 5-car breakaway for J&S. With Jose Godino on the bumper. 40 laps to go. We're going to take our final commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We're going side by side. When we come back, we're taking you to the finish. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, come back next Tuesday. Oh, Ryan, hold on. Godino, hold on. Don't forget to come back next Tuesday night. We go short track racing again at Lanier. This is getting a little bit crazy when you consider 4 of them are teammates. Sean Andrews back there in 5th. Jared Heasley, Matt Bear in 6th. Jared about 4.25 seconds back. But with the battle going on up here, they might have a shot at closing the gap. Lataro Lamperti lost a lap a few moments ago after having to come to pit road to serve a penalty. Nick Seams in 9th place, now just 4.5 seconds back, and closing in, Seams may pick up another spot. Jared Easley, Matt Bear, 4.25 seconds back. They've got help from behind. John Friley right there with them. Noah Carpenter still has the lead. Joe Campbell in 2nd. Joe, the biggest mover of the night after starting in 18th place. Sean Andrews in 3rd. Flying Ryan in 4th. Ryan all alone on the bottom trying to make his way back to the lead. Jose Godino in 5th. He'll get help from Lataro. Heasley and Bear continue to close the gap, but not by much. Heasley's going up the track. He's going to let Matt try and pull him back up. Oh, they are 3 wide off of turn 2, and it gets a little bit sketchy. Remember, 4 of these cars are teammates, but they're battling like enemies here. Seems on the bottom now getting help from Godino and Lataro. Matt Bear is going to the lead of the pack behind, but lost some ground doing it. Now 5.25 seconds back. Scott Gilliott in 13th. Up there on the high side. Noah Carpenter with the push from Joe, now clears. Flying Ryan in on the bottom, may lose a position now to Sean Andrews. Andrews up top. Matt Bear pushing Jeff Edgar at the moment. Edgar trying to help close that gap up. Jared Heasley in 7th place has dropped back toward the back of this pack. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, they continue to battle up front. And Matt Bear still not giving up. They are closing back down little by little. The gap about 5.7 seconds now, but they continue to chip away, but every lap is just a couple hundredths of a second. They're going to need a lot more to get back up there. Meanwhile, if J&S gets single file again, it may be over, but Flying Ryan on the bottom with help from Jose Godino and Lataro starting to fight back. What a battle this has been all night. These four cars have worked together flawlessly all night long. Now Joe and Noah alone up top. Seams gets all the help on the bottom. Godino pushing him out of two. Sean Andrews hopping back up top. These four J&S drivers have worked together flawlessly all night long, but now it's every man for himself with 25 laps to go. Worth reminding everybody, at 10 laps to go, there will be no more wave rounds if the caution is to come out, and at 5 laps to go, Aaron Illabush will tell the drivers, green, 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 there will be no more cautions as Flying Ryan is moving up. Oh, Godino is giving some big pushes there because Flying Ryan keeps getting out of shape. Those big bumps from Godino might be the only thing keeping Noah and Joe up front. I don't think if Ryan had managed to keep it straight from those bumps, I think, holy crap, we're wrecking! Caution! Lap 226, the third caution of the night. Jose Godino involved in this. Sean just comes down a little too low, clips Jose in the right rear, turns him, and they both end up in the outside wall. Sean Andrews ends up in the inside wall, and Jose, that car is messed up. Sean Andrews, Jose Godino both had to tow to pit road. Matt Baird, Jared Heasley back on pit road. Jeff Edgar is in. Alex Crapser is in. And I do believe this will put Lataro and Nick Seams back to the lead lap. Nick Seams, who had gotten caught up in that early race incident, has been fighting all night long, driving on almost no sleep. But the college kid is about to be back on the lead lap, back in the fight for the win. The Mad Bear, though, back off pit road. More repairs. Jared Heasley back out in 5th. Lataro in 6th. Nick Seams in 7th. Wow, folks, I think this is about to get a little wilder out here. So 7 cars will be on the lead lap. Noah Carpenter, Joe Campbell, Ryan Seams, Matt Bear, Jared Heasley, Lataro, and Nick Seams. Let's hear it in the comments. Who's going to get it done here at Atlanta? All right, ladies and gentlemen, lights are out on the pace car. It'll be about 21 laps to go. You might want to take a deep breath here because you may not be able to breathe for the next 21 laps. Noah Carpenter, Joe Campbell on the front row. Matt Bear on the second row with Flying Ryan. Ryan looking for his first win of the season. As is the car number 40 behind Jared Heasley. Matt Bear looking for his 4th consecutive win. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. 21 to go at the line. Noah Carpenter gets an amazing restart. Clears the high line. He's going to bring Flying Ryan with him. Heasley down on the bottom. Matt Bear drops down to the bottom. Ryan Seams looking for the win on his niece's 7th birthday. He looks to the bottom. He's going to the front. Heasley and Bear behind. But Joe not done yet. He is pushing Noah. Joe looked to the inside like he was thinking 3 wide. Side by side, Jared pushing Flying Ryan forward. Matt Bear has drifted back to 5th. Nick Seams fighting his way through the lap traffic. Joe Poole in the wall. Side by side at the line, Noah Carpenter is the leader at the line. Noah gets the nose ahead, coming through 1 and 2. Heasley pushing Seams forward. Albie Hewins up there on the high side, currently in 9th place. Albie making his way back into the top 10, helping his J&S teammates. Heasley has a problem, slips up high but pulls back down. Happy birthday to McKinley. Happy 7th birthday, young lady. Hopefully Flying Ryan can get to victory lane for you. Jared doing everything he can to help him, but I think when we get down to the last 3 or 4 laps, it's every man for himself. And the Mad Bear still lurking right there in 5th. Nick Seams is clear. Holy crap, they're 3 wide. Albie Ewan's dropping back. Lataro moving forward. Nick Seams now up into 6th place. And Nick is closing in on the leaders with help from Lataro. Flying Ryan ahead. Jared looks to make it 3 wide. Jared's got the nose in. Can't get it done. Jared drops back behind. This is wild. Jared gives him a big push down the back straightaway. Seams has the nose ahead into 3. I may not have a voice left after tonight. It is Ryan Seams at the line, but Noah Carpenter quickly pulls the nose ahead. Nick Seams currently running in 7th. Lataro has cleared most of the lap traffic. Lataro may be up here in the fight in a moment. Flying Ryan may clear out of turn 4. Carpenter gets a big push from behind, but Jared gives Ryan a big one. Side by side again. Nobody can take advantage here. Jared giving it everything he's got. Joe and Jared starting to move in on each other. Guys up top trying to keep that bottom line pinned down. Matt Bear just lurking right behind, waiting for his opportunity to pounce. Lataro almost there. Nick Seams back in 7th, but he has lost a lot of ground. He has help from behind. Alex Krapser, his teammate, now in 11th place, giving him a big push. Nick may not be done yet. 12 laps to go. A drag race down the back straightaway. Flying Ryan, Jared Heasley on the bottom. Noah Carpenter, Joe Campbell up top. The Mad Bear lurking just behind. A lap car right behind. John Friley in 10th in the mix. And Lataro in 6th right there. Nick Seams, despite the big push from Alex Krapser, still losing ground, now 3 seconds out of the lead. Next time by, there will be no more wave rounds if the... Holy crap! Joe almost turns Noah. And was that what the top 2 needed? 10 laps to go, there will be no more wave rounds. Jared has pushed Ryan, but can't clear Noah himself. Oh no! Jared and Noah in the wall. Caution! 9 laps to go. Caution is out. And Flying Ryan is in the lead. Let's take a look at what happened. Jared and Flying Ryan trying to get clear. Jared thought he had a little bit more room, but Noah Carpenter was still there. Great recovery by Jared. Hopefully minimal damage. He is not out of this yet. But who's the biggest benefit here? Nick Seams. Back in the fight. A little minor damage, but I think Jared's okay. Let's see how Noah came through that one pretty good. Made it back up to third. Noah's car looks okay as well. I would say the aggression has ramped up in the last 50 laps. 4 cautions tonight. The first caution, lap 2. Then lap 200, 226, and 240. And that caution is being called on Noah Carpenter. See if we can get the blimp view of this one. That is a very difficult call. I would call that one a racing incident. The chopper down a little bit lower. I would say a racing incident with a little bit of netcode at play there. Noah is on pit road. He's going to try and let's see if he gets tires here. That extra maneuverability, these final laps may come in handy. No, it does not look like he is. They stack back up side by side. All right, here we go. This will be the final restart, as we will be... Well, there is actually a small chance we could have another caution, but let's hope this stays green. Pace truck is in. Green flag in the air, they're away. Flying Ryan on the bottom with Matt Bear pushing. Joe Campbell up top with Lautaro pushing. Next time by, it'll be green, green, green. No more cautions. This ain't over yet. This may come down to who's on your back bumper giving you a hand on this one. Out at turn 4, they see the start-finish line. Cross the line, no more cautions tonight. We are going to the finish. Ryan Seams, Joe Campbell still battling it out. Matt Bear, Lataro right behind. Nick Seams now up into 6th. Side by side with Heasley. You have to wonder what it's going to take for somebody to get an advantage here. And remember, despite the fact that there is no cautions, these guys could still be penalized at the end of this race and have a win taken, so they cannot just pull a wreck to win. 3 to go. This may come down to the best push out of turn 4 as it's a drag race. Joe slightly ahead into 3. Out of turn 4 though, Flying Ryan has the nose ahead. Who is it at the line? At the line, it's Joe. 2 to go. Nick Seams pulls right up to the back bumper on Lataro. The Mad Bear trying to push, but that push from Nick Seams clears Joe ahead. Flying Ryan gets his nose back in on Joe Campbell. Down the front straightaway. White flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go. Oh, a little touch between Joe and Ryan. But Ryan makes use of it. Gets the nose back ahead. A big push from Matt Bear. Down towards turn 3. Lataro pushing Joe ahead. Out through 3 and 4. Ryan's pulling ahead. It's a drag race to the line. Joe Campbell wins at the line. Flying Ryan comes home in 2nd. Lataro is 3rd. The Mad Bear's streak ends. He finishes 4th. Nick Seams pulls off an impressive 5th place finish. Heasley comes home 6th, his best finish of the season. Noah Carpenter comes home 7th. Jeff Edgar in 8th. Albie Ewens has a massive comeback to finish 9th, and John Friley in 10th. Scott Gilliott comes home with his best finish of the season in 11th. What a night! We'll try and get a word with our top 3 here in just a moment. Joe is definitely celebrating this one. And a J&S 1-2. And I don't know if we will actually get to talk to Lataro. We'll see if he and his translator hop in here in a moment. In the meantime, we will get a word with 2nd place, Flying Ryan Seams. Flying Ryan, buddy, that was one heck of a finish.
Yeah, it was. That was exciting. My heart's racing right now.
Well, I gotta say, man, coming out of turn 4, it was anybody's race there at the end. It was inches at the line.
It was. I mean, I know Matt Bear had a little damage and he was trying his best. Thank you, Matt. But I mean, I'm happy for Joe and the team. We, worked really hard. We did a lot of practice the last few days and pumping and, because, you could stay on the guy's bumper pretty much the whole way around the track, which I was decent at. And, I was doing that with no one. I was just planning on bumping him until, the end. But, stuff happened. But, woo, yeah. Second place, man.
That was an impressive second place finish, although I hear there was a 7-year-old that was really hoping you'd get to victory lane for her birthday today.
Yeah, I was trying. Miss McKinley, I love her so much. Yeah, she roots me on, but I was trying. Second place, I'll take second place any day of the week. I'm excited.
I bet you are, man. Great run tonight, a great season so far. Any team or sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Joe and Danielle for making this possible and letting us all these goons on us on the team race, and Flame and Karma Paint Shop for the killer paint schemes that Jerry does, and the XCAL web shop for the merch that we got.
Well, man, I imagine some more merch is coming soon, buddy. Congratulations. That was an epic race.
Thank you, Doug.
Flying Ryan Seams comes home in second place, and now we turn our sights to victory lane. It's been over a year since we saw him here. Joe Campbell in victory lane once again. Joe, your last win, as I recall, was Charlotte at the start of last season in dramatic fashion, and you pretty dramatically won this one.
Yes, sir, Doug. I just want to start off by saying this is for Danielle. She's been in and out of the hospital for over a week dealing with kidney stones and infections. This is for her. I wanted to bring this home for her specifically. Second of all, I can't thank every one of our drivers enough. We had so much help and so much teamwork tonight that there is no way I could have finished first place without their help. To all the guys at J&S and J&S Racing Aces, you guys are the shit. Keep up the good work. We can't thank you guys enough.
Man, it is awesome to see you back in victory lane. I have to think, come to think of it, the last 2 times you've been in victory lane, that car's been pretty banged up. But you still got the job done with that big push there at the end from Lataro. But your team was on fire tonight for the top 5 spots most of the night.
Yeah, we've done a lot of push in practice this week and figured out that we could keep the bumpers hooked the whole way around the track. And when we did, we were faster than anybody that tried to compete with us. Again, that's the teamwork. It's not one person, it's everybody together. So, I owe all of them a huge thank you. I couldn't have done it without them. And Latoro and I have had some issues, but I got to thank that guy a lot too, because he pushed me to the final part of that win. Without him there, I didn't get that win. So I owe him a thank you too.
Well, buddy, congratulations, man. It is long overdue. Any team or sponsors you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to start off by thanking Flame McCarmy Paint Shop and Gerald Poole. Guy does an amazing job keeping these cars painted every week. Couldn't run without him doing that. He's just amazing at what he does. I also want to thank you guys. Your broadcasts are amazing. I'll sit here for the night, and watch the whole broadcast now after the race because it's just so interesting. And the XCAL Racing web shop, got to get out and check out the gear and the stuff they got for sale. A lot of cool stuff there. Butt Kicker, like to make sure they're heard about too. Give us some awesome prizes, and if I'm missing anybody else, I'm sorry. Been a long race and just happy, ready to go party.
Well, man, congratulations. I'm sure you're going to have some gear in the XCAL web shop again here shortly. And great job tonight, Joe. Congratulations, buddy. You earned this one.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Joe Campbell back in victory lane. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Nowski All-Star event will be amazing. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did tonight. Y'all have a great night, everybody.